Hello and welcome to Stream Tabulous. Today we're going to look at old photos that have developed the red tone over age and lost their brightness and their vibrancy. And the reason this happens is because as they oxidize with time, we lose the blue, and then we lose the green, and lastly we lose the red. And because the red is the one that drops out the slowest, we end up with this red tone over the image. Today we're going to look at two ways to do it. We're going to look at fixing it in Paintshop Pro, and we're going to take a look at fixing it in an Android app. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm not getting a lot of likes at the moment, but I'm getting comments that these videos are helpful. I really need the likes to push the YouTube algorithm to get the message out for people to view and learn how to do these processes. And part of the reason I'm trying to do that is to show an awareness of how easy it can actually be, especially with smartphones, which most people have this day and age, and to stop scammers. One of the most common thing is for photos like this to be put up in groups, and when it goes up into a group, it is fixed, and that person's actually put it up for us to do the work, and then they're actually selling it, and they're selling at a high price. I've had my work stolen and sold in this manner, and it turns out they don't sell it cheaply. It was like 60 Australian dollars, and upwards from there. Which was pretty impactful when I'm trying to do it to actually help people. So I'm moving to teaching people how they can do it, and awareness of anyone can do it, and trying to stop those scammers. So I really need the likes on the videos, so the YouTube algorithm pushes it more, and then more people will actually be aware and be able to learn about how to do it themselves. And that would bring more people to the groups, and hopefully more people will be teaching and more people will be talking about it, and we'll get rid of those scammers and those people charging big money to restore your photos. So before we do the restoration of this photo, which will be quick and easy, we'll play the intro. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Now we're just going to come over here to Paintshop Pro, and we're going to take a look at fixing the reds. Now, often someone that's doing the red tones will say, yeah, I reduced the reds. Now, that's not quite true, because if you come down to color, we come down to the red, blue, and green, if we do reduce the reds, we find that the whole image becomes suddenly green. And why that is happening is because of the whole order of the blue being the dominant one to fade, then the green being the dominant fade, and then the red. So because we're removing the red here, what is happening is we're actually seeing the second most dominant color suddenly become the most prevalent on the picture, which is the green. So we actually don't want to be doing that. When we remove the red tones, we want to come down to adjust, and we want to come down to the brightness and contrast, which is ironic because we're working on a color. And we want to come down to the curves. Once we click the curves, we want to have a look at the RGB values, but we only want to take a look at the red. And we can see here on the picture, this is one I've done earlier. So what we'll do is, instead of last used, where it's remembering it, we'll go default, and we'll show that actually in action. If we reduce all of them, we'll see we get the brightness and the contrast, which is why it's under brightness and contrast. Okay, so now we'll bring that back to its default. We'll come down to the channel. We'll come down and select the red. Then once we select the red, we're going to grab this bar, and we're just simply going to move the bar, wiggle it around until we get the colors that we want. Okay, and we can see that there. Then we apply, and as we can see, the photo has been removed of the reds. So that's quick and easy. Now, from there, you can simply adjust the brightness and the contrast, and then you can go through and do the vibrancy and get it to where you actually want it. So, but that's nice, quick and easy, and that's how we do it with that. One of the other things we can use is an Android app. So let's come over to the app screen. Okay. Like, subscribe, get the bell on. Okay. Now I've got this one opened up with the app Photor. If we have a look over on the side there, we'll actually see all the apps scrolling down. I use an older version of Photor. If you go back through the episodes where I talk about the apps, you'll actually find the version that I'm actually using listed on there. And the new version of Photor is not made by the same company anymore in the App Store. It is completely different. If you have an app like this, usually they'll have an adjustment for the color curves. So you come over and we'll see the curve tool over the end here. And we'll see the red, green, blue, which is not the same as removing the reds actually in something like Paintshop Pro. It is actually a curve adjustment. So we can just come down there and we can drop it down. We can see that is removing the red tones, find the area where we're happy with it, click the apply, done, save the photo, and that's as quick as easy as that. Now from there, I'm going to show you quickly how we can restore this photo further using an Android app to get just absolutely pristine, better than original quality. So we'll swipe that off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this one up in Photo AI. And the reason I'm going to open it up in Photo AI is it's better at handling the more distant faces. And when you've got a group photo, and it is softer with the way it physically works. So we'll just go into the gallery here. We're going to click on our photo and we're going to start uploading. Give that a moment. We'll come over here and we'll take a look at the photo and we can see that that's done a really good job on the faces. So we'll save that. We'll swipe that off. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over and we're going to open that up in Facetune 2. Come into Facetune 2. We have our image here. We'll come over to the edit tools and then from there we can adjust the brightness to bring back some of the vibrancy of the original. We can bring a glow back, which will just slightly enhance all the colors and add vibrancy to it. You can add a contrast if you wish. That might make it a bit dark. So you want to find that area where you're actually happy with it. We can even reduce some of the colors if we find there's too many colors actually added to the photo. So we'll do that and bring that down. Actually, I'll add a little bit of sharpness there as well, just to make it pop a little bit more. And we're going to come through to the sky tool on it. We'll drop that down. We'll come over to the occupancy. We'll drop that down until we see the trees in the background. And what we're doing is we're just giving some of that sky back in the background. And from there, we're done. Okay. So it's quick, easy, better than the original. And it's just as simple as that. So we'll save that one. Now, of course, again, I want to talk about those scammers. You got to watch out for them. They will get people to do this work for free and then go sell it. So we want to teach people how to do it themselves and get that message out. So definitely like the videos because that will help the YouTube algorithm where we'll actually be getting that message out. So when people actually search, it pushes my videos up higher on YouTube to teach these methods. There's a lot of videos out there where they don't really show the step from front to end. It's, I'm doing it, cut to the next bit, cut to the next bit, done. And it's, hey, send in your photo and send some money and I'll work on it. And that's not really good. So if you join this group down the bottom here, which I created a while ago, and we have some great admins on there and some great artists on there. There's a whole heap of different artists. There's people that use Photoshop. There's people that use Paintshop. There are people on iOS. There are people on Android. You can post your photos up and we'll take a look at restoring them. Or you can learn, ask questions. If you're on something like an iOS, what apps can I use? A lot of these apps are available on the iOS platform. So if you've got an iPhone or an iPad. So yeah, join the group and you can learn from there as well. And let's get that message out so more people know how to actually do this. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one.